Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. We are at the Norwegian Sea today. Excuse me. We're going to try to catch some mackerel at first to get us some bait fish, and then we'll use those on the bottom to see what we can catch. So I've been doing pretty well with this combo. So let's get after it here and let's make some silver. First we're going to catch us some mackerels. I'm going to drop this down to about 15 meters. Then I'm going to stop it. We can see if we got any mackerels now. Baits. So we got a few. They're already spoiled, but we will use those. So we got something here when I was looking at my fish. This looks like a saithe. This looks too big to be a mackerel. Yep. Got us a saithe there. That's okay. That's money. Especially since we got us some other mackerels anyway. This might be a mackerel. Well, smaller saithe. We may have to look at we may have to see what they're catching the mackerels on. Don't need to go this deep either. Guys, if you haven't checked out some IRL stuff on the channel, be sure to do so. You can click on the IRL playlist. Got some shorts on there. Also got some fishing videos. Let's see here what people are catching the bigger mackerels on. We don't necessarily need the big ones, but this is what we're using. But we could also throw on a foam and the shrimp. It's the yellow foam and the 1305 shrimp. Let's see here. We got the Jigglemeister. We could yellow, yellow, yellow. try to increase our chances to get mackerels. What you can do too is just do, fish for the drop like this. Get down to about 40. We don't get one, we'll go ahead and start bringing her back in. So I'm just speed reeling right now back in. And it is about that time. It tends to slow down here around lunchtime, 1 o'clock. We'll go ahead and drop it back down again. See if we can catch something on the droppy drop. Alright, this may be what we're looking for. Alright. Now, did we catch him on the DC? Yeah, we did. So we caught him on the actual pilker. And whenever you catch something on the pilker, it's going to cost you a fillet. But we do have a small saithe right now that we can go ahead and make the small fillet. You just want to make sure which one you're using. I don't want to use this one. That's worth some silver, so we'll use this small one. That should give us 10 pieces. So, there we go. I was waiting on the weather to stop raining cats and dogs here so I can go put a load of laundry in. So I was like, you know what, let's do some fishing. And I tried to do a video at Copper, but I struggled. And it's amazing how sometimes what everybody's using to catch them on does not work for you. It does happen. You can try to copy someone else's setup, and sometimes it just does not work. And I don't know if that's because we're in different regions sometimes or what, but I feel like it puts you in the right area, so, but don't be afraid to, do little variations for yourself, or, do what you can do to maybe change it up a little bit. It might work better for you. I was also doing this exact same thing over at in the 41, and I was catching 20 kg cods on these dead fish. So, and I was catching plenty of mackerels over there as well in the 41. So I'm just stopping at 15 right now. I'm not even going past 15. And we seem to be getting only mackerels now, no saithes, which is fine. I don't mind an occasional saithe, especially if it's 6 kg. Again, that's worth some silver. So, all right, this may be a saithe. This is a mackerel. This might be a trophy. El mackerel. Nope, see. Trying to do this very quickly. Let's make one of these into the bigger ones. Just so we can get a couple of those. That way when we go back to those, we'll have them. Even smaller. Alright. I figure we'll catch some bait here till evening and then we'll throw out some bottom stuff. See how we do. It'll be the same thing with the mackerel. I'm not going to use the bigger ones right away. We'll try to save the ones that are worth a little bit of silver for the cash. Small one. 127. $108. Let's get us one more here, and then let's go ahead and make some dead bait, and then we'll get the rod going. I may go ahead and adjust myself here a little bit too. I'm kind of drifting a little bit out of the hole. Get in the boat. All right. All right, so let's. I'm just using the dead fish bottom rig, right? So we're going to use our fresh ones first. We don't have any fresh ones yet because we got to craft them. So dead fish. Let's get our fillet knife, and then you can do herrings, saithes. So we can do this smaller saithe here. You can also do Atlantic herrings. We don't have any. So I'm going to do the non-markers first. So it's going to do them in order, I think, that you caught them. I don't know. It keeps pulling up this 612 first. I don't want to do this one. I don't want to do this one. This one's fine. Alright, so we used all of our non-markers. And then we'll do this next smallest one is fine. And then we'll start off with that. Let's see how we do. So in this situation, I've got a couple 8 trebles, and I've got the 6/0 hook. So I do have one really large saithe here. It's too big to fit on this setup. So let's just use this fresh one first. This will go down fairly quickly. And on this, you really can't perk it or anything, but you just want the movement on the bottom layer. We are at the 80 meter. I think I might not have said that earlier. So I'm still going to keep my rod moving. That just usually keeps that movement in the bottom layer most of the time. Looks like we lost it already. You're really not perking, but you're just keeping that movement in the bottom layer. Sometimes you can stop and it'll stay. And you can still get bites if it's not doing that, but Yeah, not a very fast bite rate apparently, for sure. Come on, fish. Yeah, maybe we should have waited till nighttime. Come on, fish. There we go. Let's go. Doesn't seem to be super big, or it's actually small, maybe. We'll see. Hopefully it's something worth some XP. Oh, now it's going to fight right at the end here. All right, there's our weight. Oh, dang old cusk. All right, let's go ahead and move to the other end of this thing. Not that I think it matters, but... That's pretty impressive. And I'm not touching it, and it's still doing it. Pretty sweet. I got skills. Alright. Now we could do... Oh, did we use the... Did I use the saith on that one, huh? Okay. Maybe that's why it took a little longer to get the bite going. I thought it was the mackerel. Okay. Maybe that's what took a little longer for the bite, maybe. Not sure. Not sure. Not sure. I don't want that on lock until I see what I got here. Definitely don't want to break my mechanism. I did that on my other Venga. 7,000 silver mistake. You got to be careful if you're locking for sure. You can definitely break your rod, break your reel. Cost you a lot of silver to fix those mistakes. If you can fix it, or have to, sometimes you can't even fix the rod, you got to just delete it. Be very careful if you're locking your reel. I do it quite a bit, but you gotta, again, you gotta be careful. I didn't realize I was using the safe. I thought I was using one of the mackerels, but all right, we got our second one here on the dead fish rig. We're not going to get him in before our happy hour since it's ended. Again, not very big. It is draining some energy. Might be a cusk again. I'm hoping not. And it is. All right. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick, guys, while this one's going down. we got one. Don't miss him. All right. Smaller than the other two. Glad I didn't miss him because I was using the restroom. That would have sucked. Another little cusk. We want something different. Need more caffeine. More caffeine. Another small one here. Hopefully not a cusk. Yeah, it's probably a cusk. Just put on the brakes. Yeah, I see you. Come on, you jerk. You little jerky face. Whoa, okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't look very big, but it's definitely a fast bite rate on that one. The good news is it don't seem to be fighting like a cusk. The bad news is it's not very big. And it is a cusk. What? Somebody brought over a crucian from Copper. My RNG sucks. I'm getting the worst possible fish here. I don't mind catching them. They will add up. Especially if I don't have to wait 9 years for the bite. Again, something small here. Hopefully not a cusk, but hard to tell. Yeah. Let's turn around here and go to the other end of this thing. We got one more fresh one, and then we got a couple dead ones here from this size range. Six for six. Not sure if those are going to pay the bills. Maybe a cafe order for them, though. That is a possibility. Something right away, super small. Maybe a whiting, hopefully. That might be worth a little bit of silver. Oh, a little hake. Something different. Now we're on to the mackerels that are not so fresh. Not so fresh. Whoa, something on the drop here. Okay. I'm assuming this is a safe, maybe. It's the first one we've got on the drop, unless we had something on the drop when I went to the restroom and I didn't know. Alright, a little safe there, a little bigger. Alright, we got two mackerels this size. These are a little bigger. A little bigger. So that was a little bit unexpected. That'll be worth a little bit of silver. Okay. All right, but you got something a little bigger here. Okay, we're gonna have to watch our drag here. It's a little bigger here for sure. Got to take my time. Not sure if he's big enough to break anything, but he's making me nervous. Still got a little fight left in him. He just needs to relax. Come on in. We're trying to save up to get the right rod or the right reel for this rod. But again, I made a 7,000 silver mistake. I repaired my Venga. Took me all the way back down to 30,000 from 37. We're back up to 35 almost. We're 35, so we need to fight our way back up there. I'm trying to get up to like 75,000. It's going to take a while, but I tried copper because people were catching some good rares, but just didn't work for me. I wasn't getting it done over there. I tried. The setup I was using, I mean, I caught a few, but wasn't consistent enough for me to stay over there. Okay, relax. Relax. There we go. Hopefully it's not a cusk or a safe. And it's a little cod. $45 kg, 64,000 XP. Alrighty. Kind of out of the hole a little bit here. That'd have been nice if that'd have been a trophy angler or something, huh? That'll be worth a little bit of silver. Now that's about the limit of my setup right now, 45, 50 maybe. Probably about the limit. We could get them a little bigger, depending on what they are and how they fight, I guess. The best thing about that one is we didn't have to wait a long time for the bite. We pretty much got it right away. That's always a plus. All right, a lot smaller than the last one. Oh, maybe another cusk. Oh, all right. Got us a common ling. That's a rare. The blue ling's the common one. This, even though the common's the rare, it's backwards. 35,000 XP. And I don't think we have any more bait fish. Now I do have. I can use this for this big safe. I haven't been able to catch anything on it. The thing's huge. If we do get something on this, we may not be able to get it in. We can try it real quick while we're here. Just see if we can get rid of it. If not, I may end up just throwing it in the trash. I've tried it a few times just to see. That common ling was a surprise. I liked it. That'll be worth a little bit of silver, I think. Not huge, but not super small either. So on this setup, we can get the pilking or the perking. I think it's a pilker or a jig, but it's, you can get the perking technique. So strong perking and movement in the bottom layer. I'm looking for either some kind of perking and movement in the bottom layer. I'm looking for both to try to increase my chances of catching something. This saith was like 4 kg, between 4 and 5 when I did it. And I figured I would try a bigger one just to see. We'll give it to about 1400 in game here. If we don't get something, I'm just going to probably pitch it and go sell our fish. I may not even be able to make it to 1400. I do need to try to get some things done today. I got to work tonight. I signed up to go in and help them out extra. It's only half a shift, 6 hours versus 12. So that's a little better, but still, I got to get some things done today. I'm working the next 4 nights. Normally I'm off tonight. But again, like I said, I signed up to go in an extra 6 hours just to help them out half a shift. Alright, let's go ahead and relog here. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I do appreciate you. Plenty of videos on the channel for you to check out, with some IRL stuff as well. If you're into that, also there's not just fishing, but there is quite a bit of fishing stuff on there if you need to check it out or whatever. If you're looking for something specific, shoot me a message. I'll try to make a video if I've got time on what you're looking for. Try to work with you. Just let me know. If I can help you out, I surely will. The game can be tough and frustrating at times. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna change this back to what we had it on, right, which was the dead fish bottom rig. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Let's go into inventory. Delete this dude. So, just going to trash him. I'm tired of trying to catch something on him. Hopefully we got a Cuss Cafe order. That would be nice. We do not. And we missed this one. And, none of those. That might be a trophy. That'd be nice. 464. Ooh. Alright. Let's see how we did here. 128 for the cod. 76 for that ling, even though it wasn't very big. So for the hour, guys, still 394. Not great, but I will take it. Those Cuss, you know, they were worth something at least. This little larger mackerel was 15, so I do appreciate you hanging out with me today. Until next time, have fun fishing. I'm out of here.